Good morning and happy Thursday, right? Thursday. Yeah, we're here Thursday here. How are you doing? I am just pulling up my notes. I'm so excited for today's live because this is something that I keep seeing popping up every now and again, and I think it's on a little bit of an increase right now. So we're going to dive into this. Have you heard of the 75 hard? I want to know. Let me know down in the comments below. So the 75 hard, I don't know who made it or who came up with it. It has some pluses and it has some minuses. So there are some things where I'm like, okay, this is a good idea. And I like the overall premise that we're looking to kind of build consistency with things. We're looking to build consistency with healthy habits, which is exactly what we preach inside of our Signature Nutrition Coaching Program. We want our clients to feel strong and accomplished and be able to build on those healthy goals day after day. Ashley says, yep, and I think it was a 75, nope, 100%. I was talking last week, I believe it was in one of our client trainings about the 75 hard, and I was like, you could do the soft 75, but the 75 hard isn't really going to be something that's going to set you up for long-term success. So think about it. So the whole idea premise is that you're doing these things for 75 days straight, just to see what your progress is. If you mess up, if you stop doing one of the things, you have to start back over again at day one. So it's trying to teach you discipline. However, just like with other traditional diets out there that have a start point and an end point, there's an end point. There's a time where you're saying, okay, at the end of the 75 days, I don't have to work out twice a day. I don't need to drink a gallon of water. I can do whatever the heck I want. I just want to see progress. And I have seen people on even my personal Instagram page that have tried this, done it, and lost weight because they were dieting and they were exercising for an hour and a half every single day. But they gain the weight back at the end of it because it didn't teach them that long-term success. So we have to remember what you do to lose the weight will have to be what you do to keep the weight off. So the premise of building consistency is great, but having an endpoint in your journey to health is not setting us up for long-term success. So here are the 5 things that the 75 hard wants you to do. Number 1, follow a diet. No alcohol or cheat meals. So, okay, no alcohol, I understand. There's more people who are going sober recently, which is awesome, especially if you're doing it for health reasons or just saying like it's not even worth it at that point. Perfectly fine. And no cheat meals. So what does that mean? Because you can have a diet and be like, I'm following intuitive eating, where intuitive eating lets you or encourages you to eat what you're craving and to understand your cravings and to take away that food guilt. Now, would I call intuitive eating a diet? No, because formally a diet is associated with restriction. But let's say you were like, I'm doing no processed foods. Well, what if you go out to eat and they're serving, hamburgers? A hamburger is definitely something that's highly processed. French fries are processed. You can make an argument where it's like, well, what exactly is a cheat meal? And what is the definition of the diet that you're doing? So if you're only doing it for 75 days, yeah, I'm sure you'll probably make progress, but is it going to stick at that point? Because you're going to want to go out with your friends. You're going to want to go to brunch. You're going to want to go out to dinner. You want to go get pizza. And probably your diet says you can't have pizza. Number 2, 2 45-minute workouts. Okay, I like the idea. You are getting active. You're encouraging exercise. One of them has to be outside. We live in upstate New York. If you're where I'm from, we live in upstate New York. It's either raining or snowing, I would say 9 times out of 10. There's a very rare day where it's actually sunny and nice and that you actually want to be outside in the warm weather. Today is one of those days. It's very nice out. But the idea of that one of those exercises or one of those things has to be outside is very, very difficult, especially with the climate that we live in. Think if you lived out in Arizona or Southern California, it is hotter than heck right now. You are asking for 45 minutes of dehydration and death if you're exercising outside at that point. So not realistic to that point either. And smart idea, exercise, encouraging movement, love it. Go on walks, go to the gym, great. Not going to be the best part. Taking progress pics. I don't mind this. I think this can be helpful too. We see ourselves every single day. We can't really see and track the progress or the change in us. The progress pictures every single day can kind of help you to say, okay, here's how I blow after I have certain things. Here's how my body changes from week to week. So not necessarily a bad behavior or anything, maybe doing it weekly rather than daily. 1 gallon of water. This is really, really hard for a lot of people if you're only drinking a glass or 2 of water a day. I will tell you, most clients when they come to us are not drinking enough water. They're drinking 16 to 32 ounces of water a day. Maybe we tweak that to say half of your weight in ounces consistently, because that might be a better starting point for most people. And last day, 10 pages of reading a nonfiction book. I don't mind that at all. I think that's a great behavior. It can be a great way to kind of settle down before going to bed or with starting your day. So not too much of an issue with that. I think everybody should be reading. It takes you away from screen time and all of that. The major things I have the problems with is the gallon of water, 2 45-minute workouts. I don't know many people that have 90 minutes to work out in a day and make half of it be outside, especially when it's hot and humid, like Ashley said, and to be following a diet. So if you fail, you have to start over again on day one. So the problem is it's way too strict. It's not going to be sustainable. And it's also something too where it's programming you with failure that you have to start back at phase 1. So maybe we start to do something like a 75 soft, or just let's focus on building healthy habits for us. Maybe it's saying, I'm going to make sure that I'm drinking half my weight in water, half my weight in ounces of water. I'm going to have 3 balanced meals a day, looking for protein, carb, and color, and I'm going to do something for activity. That can be a really great way to track your progress and see you moving forward, rather than saying, I have to go as hard as I possibly can for these next 75 days, these next 2.5 months in order to see progress. So with anything that's out there, I want you to ask yourself, can I see myself doing this for the long run? Do I have time to exercise 90 minutes a day? Can I realistically get a gallon of water in every day? And do I think at the end of this that I'm just going to stop doing all of these things because then it's not worth it in the first place? If you're like, you know what, I'm going to do this every single day for the rest of my life, great, good for you. Go right ahead. I have no problem with you saying if you think that's sustainable, 100% support you in that. But we know, because so many of us here are busy professional women, that life happens and things get in the way and it's not going to be perfect every single day. So rather than saying, let's do all 5 or 7 of these things every single day, maybe we walk it back and say, what 3 things can I do for myself each day? What are my most important tasks? What are those things that I can accomplish as time goes on? Because it's usually not going to be something that has an endpoint. It's not going to be something that's too far off from your usual routine. It should be something that challenges you, because growth and change comes from challenge, but it shouldn't be something that makes your life substantially harder to be able to get to that point. So I want to know, what are your thoughts on the 75 hard? Leave them down in the comments below. Ashley says it's a 75. Nope, I 100% agree with that. But we can make this to be a little bit more customizable to you. If you're like, I feel like I need a challenge like this, we can work on something. That's what we're here for. We do this all the time inside of our Signature Nutrition Coaching Program. We meet you where you're at, help you establish and build healthy habits and goals that will last a lifetime, way a lot longer than only 75 days. We also have our upcoming masterclass, How to Meal Prep Like a Pro. It is happening on Tuesday. I'm so stinking excited for this masterclass. It's $50 to join. I've got my notes. I'm about to work on it a little bit more, and I'm about to get that PowerPoint ready to go too. So this class is going to help you plan, prep, execute meals that are easy for you to do, that are enjoyable, and that makes it so you're not a short order cook, because nobody should be making 5 different meals every single night. So we're going to be diving into that inside of the masterclass next week. It's an hour-long class. You get access to the replay. We are so excited about that class. So if you're interested in joining, you can comment meal prep below and I'll send you the link. You do get lifelong access. You can go back and watch it at any time as well. I'm going to go work on that. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Thursday, and I will see you soon.